Is Amazon Kindle Direct Publishing still profitable in 2024? Yes, it is. Inevitably, someone asks this question and is surprised when I answer positively. But what do people mean when asking if KDP is still profitable? Maybe they're not aware that Amazon continues to sell millions in revenue every day and show no signs of letting up. Or is it possible they're looking for validation before investing their time into a business that may not be as easy as it once was? That's a better question. In fact, let's address four important questions to get a better understanding of the profitability of Amazon KDP. Is making money with KDP as easy as it once was? What kind of investment should you make in KDP? What kind of a return on investment can you expect? And how do you find the profitable niches to publish in? Let's tackle each question to get a better understanding of profitability through Amazon KDP in 2024. No, it's not at all as easy as it once was. When I broke into the business in 2014, it was in the middle of the Kindle gold rush. Everyone and their mother were publishing through KDP and making money hand over fist. KDP was a veritable ATM where you would upload an ebook and then have Amazon spit back a bunch of cash. Sadly, not all good things last forever because in July 2015, KDP put a stop to the money glitch they had available through the KDP Select program. Launched on July 2014, Amazon offered the KDP Select program where account holders could enroll their ebooks into this exclusivity program in exchange for listing among the books in the Kindle Owners Lending Library and Kindle Unlimited. KDP paid for enrolled ebooks from a pool of monthly subscription dues. The first month's subscription pool was $2.5 million and it grew to $11.5 million 1 year later. In that first year, if Amazon customers checked out an enrolled book and read 10% or more of your ebook, you'd get paid. This rate fluctuated between $1.35 and about $1.45. Even though that's not a lot, it was plenty back then because Amazon had an audience of readers willing to gobble up any book. As it still is today, anytime a customer checks out your book, it influences your bestseller rank, almost like it got a sale. And some folks knew about this lower barrier of entry and ease of profitability, so they uploaded short content in popular niches. Then all a reader had to do is check out the book and open it up. Boom! Instant payday. You could have a book with 10 pages or fewer and get paid better than an epic-length novel, all while the ebook got prime merchandising on Amazon whether it was a good book or not. Think about it. If you crafted an 800-page book, you were screwed out of payment if the reader DNF'd before 80 pages. Even though the reader could have read more in that novel, they rewarded the ebook with the least content instead. In July 2015, KDP rolled out the current payout model where they pay authors per pages read. At the end of each month, KDP calculates the total number of pages read, then disperses the money to all enrolled ebooks based on performance. So, if your ebook was total garbage, you would get less than half a cent per page. Should a reader open your ebook and see it's the drizzling then you'll be lucky to make even a few pennies. Meanwhile, that well-crafted 800-page novel I mentioned earlier is pulling in far more money while getting its day in the sun. The KDP Select Global Fund has more recently grown to nearly $54 million this year, while paying authors less than half a cent per page, sometimes marginally less. There were some YouTubers and influencers back in late 2015 that figured out ways to milk the system one last time. One method was to stuff as many books into one ebook so that you could get far more page reads. And another method was to manipulate readers into clicking a link at the beginning of the book that'd take them to the end of the book. That'd send a signal to KDP that the reader had finished the book. So, if you have an overstuffed ebook and someone read the whole thing, you'd be getting a crap ton of page reads. There was no limit initially to how much you could get from one ebook. So, some account holders went all out, stuffing dozens of ebooks into one book. Add to it, authors could use services through virtual assistants or freelance platforms like Fiverr to check out their ebooks, therefore manipulating the pages read. By February 2016, the hit the fans when KDP put a stop to all of that nonsense. The first option to go was guiding readers to click on a link that goes to the back of the book. The next thing to go was the manipulated page reads. KDP installed some type of automation that had identified page read manipulations back then, and sometimes that system rears its ugly head on unwitting victims. Yep, even the innocent get caught up in that filter. And it took about a year for KDP to finally get rid of stuffing bonus books. No more than 10% of an ebook's content should be bonus material. Anything beyond that, KDP is going to shut you down. But that hasn't stopped aspiring authors and self-publishers from using their platform. Hundreds of thousands of account holders upload content every day through KDP, crowding the Amazon space with more options than their customers could possibly choose or pay for. Around late 2015, self-publishers were ambitious enough to try out a new concept that we tentatively titled no-content book publishing. It consisted of publishing blank notebooks, journals, diaries, and planners. By 2016, it was a ludicrous business, yet few people were talking about it. When I say it was dead simple and super passive, it's no exaggeration. I was publishing dozens of books and raking in the big bucks. The only problem was that no one really knew if Amazon would disapprove, so we were quiet about it. Heck, I didn't even want to discuss it when I first started my YouTube channel around 2016 in April. By 2018, everyone knew about no-content books, and the idea expanded to include low-content books, essentially no-content books with a little more substance, like a workbook, puzzle book, coloring book, and more. The purpose of low-content books was for the customer to fill in the book, as opposed to reading the book if it were just, say, fiction or non-fiction written content. The space became crowded really fast after every major YouTube channel shared the secret, so the passiveness died away. Now, it's much the same way as the KDP Select program. If you want to sell a significant amount of low-content books, you'll need to tap into the right niche at the right time and promote the heck out of your book. And I'd be remiss if I didn't mention the renewed enthusiasm for publishing books through KDP using generative AI. While I'm not against generative AI for writing a book, I truly don't think a first draft qualifies as showroom ready. Folks leveraging AI absolutely should follow the same best practices of developmental editing, copy editing, proofreading, formatting, cover design, and professional marketing copy for the book description. Not to mention, KDP also mandated that all account holders must fully disclose the use of generative AI when uploading new books. For now, selecting that option doesn't hinder your book, but there are many folks leery about this option. I've had a brief chat with the KDP team, and they reiterated to me they're merely collecting data when asking for the AI disclosure. It does nothing to your title, and you're not telling on yourself. The biggest issue I see with low-content books and AI-written books is that YouTube video creators try to show these options as easy. Nope, they aren't. Sure, producing a low-content book won't require the same mental bandwidth you would need from an epic-length novel, but the mechanics are the same. You need to tap into the right niche at the right time and then market and promote that product to the moon and back. AI-written content shares the same characteristics. It still needs the essential steps to actually sell books. Sadly, some folks didn't get the memo, so they churned out one book after the other, blindly hoping for the best. Just because you can write a book in a day doesn't mean you should publish it right away. Naturally, KDP had enough of the shenanigans and imposed a 3-book per day upload limit and would allow for special permissions if you contact support. Essentially, what these would-be experts recommend is publishing as much content as possible, whether with low-content books or generative AI. Those days have ended, and they're merely other options for self-publishers to consider within their business. Are they worth pursuing? Well, experiences and opinions will vary, so you'd have to try them out for yourself. So is making money with KDP as easy as it once was? Not at all. It's much harder and requires more work than ever before to establish a brand and build a profitable business. But if you publish in the right niche where the demand is high but the supply is low, you could win big. The old-fashioned way to find profitable niches includes opening an incognito browser, visit Amazon, and then do general word searches to see what products came up in the search query. You could see the number of products associated with the keyword, what products come up in the first page results, and if those products are performing well. You'd know a product is doing well if it has an Amazon bestseller rank, or ABSR, that's less than 100,000 and has hundreds of reviews. With a 100,000 ABSR, your book would get at least one sale or checkout per day. The reviews would be proof of concept, a sign the ABSR isn't just a one-off deal or a flash in the pan. However, the old way isn't always the best way, since You have to rely on intuition or recommendations from other authors or YouTubers. Side note, if a YouTuber shares the hottest niche to publish in, how long do you think it'll take before hundreds of people run to that niche? Don't get swept up in these types of videos because they're not evergreen and almost always require you to be the first adopter. Chances are likely that by the time a video influencer shares a hot niche, it's already too late. The best way requires a small upfront investment in my preferred keyword and niche research tool called Publisher Rocket. You get lifetime access with all upgrades for only $97. And while that's a lot of money to ask anyone to spend, it certainly will be an excellent investment if used right. Rather than bother with incognito mode or guessing my way through things, I can simply use 3 of the 4 tools in Publisher Rocket. The keyword research tool provides you precise information based on related keywords, average number of pages, number of competitors, average price per book, average monthly earnings, the estimated search volume per month for that keyword, and the competitive score. And you'll get a good, better, best system in the traffic light colors of red, yellow, and green. They base these colors on all the factors involved in picking the highest demand with the lowest supply. You can dive deeper into that keyword to see what books come up related to that keyword term with all the relevant data that includes how old the book is, the ABSR, and more metrics with the ability to check out each title on Amazon. Through the competition analyzer, you get essentially the same info we picked up through the keyword research tool about each title. For category search, you can unearth niches that have a lower barrier of entry while identifying categories that are hyper-competitive. Oh, and watch out for ghost categories. Those are categories KDP offers through their dashboard that don't actually exist. You won't be able to pick out those ghost categories the old-fashioned way, by the way. Get Publisher Rocket today when you visit my affiliate link at dailylinks.com/rocket. They offer a 30-day money-back guarantee, so if you're not happy with it, return it for a full refund. There's no skid off my back, but I can assure you if you use the tool right, it'll cut down a lot of guesswork and research time for your business on KDP. There's my verdict. If you want to find the most profitable niches, pony up the one-time $97 fee for Publisher Rocket. This is a hot question that I can't honestly answer for everyone. Not too long ago, I shared the cost of self-publishing in 2024, and it can range from $0 to $2,050 or more, and that doesn't include editing or other miscellaneous costs like ISBNs. This advice goes out to everyone, regardless of your tenure in this business. Don't spend anything you aren't willing to lose. Even with all the best tools and insights into this business, success is never guaranteed. This includes those scammy services that promise you bestseller status or other BS claims. And you can't simply throw money at the problem expecting to get twice your money back. So start with where you're at, and as you make some book sales, reinvest that back into your business. As you sell more books, continue scaling your business. Do not make the mistake of spending $10,000 up front to get $20,000 back, even if some coach tells you that you can do it so long as you follow their steps. That's horse crap. This business isn't one size fits all, and a lot of success has a lot to do with timing and if you're marketing and promoting your book to your ideal reader. Yep, you will not make a ton of money just by finding a niche and setting your entire business on autopilot. It's just not possible unless you exploit loopholes or abuse the system. The modern day self-publishing model is finally settling in and requires more time and attention than most people want to spend on it. If you focus on the long game and stay consistent with your publishing and promoting practices, you'll win big. Bruce Lee once said, "I fear not the man who has practiced 10,000 kicks once, but I fear the man who has practiced one kick 10,000 times." Be that person who practices one kick 10,000 times. You'll win in the long run. What kind of investment should you make in KDP? Only what you can afford to lose. That way, if you're successful, it'll be icing on the cake. If you're new to this business and haven't published a single book, I'd recommend lowering your expectations. The primary goal of publishing your first book should be to learn and navigate the system the best you can. If you get profits thereafter, then great. Breaking even is an excellent goal, so at least shoot for selling enough copies of your book to recoup your initial investment. So if your book costs $2,000 to make, the ebook retails for $4.99, so you get roughly $3.49 per sale. For the paperback, you price it at $9.99 and get roughly $3.69 per sale. If you sold 574 books, you'll break even. Can you do this passively? The chances are highly unlikely. There are outliers, especially some of these YouTube channels that flex their paychecks. Most authors have to put in the time to market and promote their work. There's not much that's passive about this business anymore. If you want people to buy your book, you're going to have to tell them. Don't rely on Amazon to do it for you. They want more than your content before they promote your products for free. Amazon wants proof of concept. The more books you sell, the more enticing it is to Amazon's algorithms. You'll get back what you put into this business through sweat equity. Yes, having an expendable budget helps, but it's not the only thing that'll drive book sales and profitability. So what kind of a return on investment can you expect? You can't. You simply can't just force customers to buy your product or Amazon to serve your product. You've just got to put in the work and have faith in the process for long-term success. So is KDP profitable in 2024? Absolutely. Is it as easy as it once was? No. Will it get harder over time? Most likely, but nothing good ever comes easy. In the meantime, check out this video where I break down the costs of self-publishing and what you can expect when publishing your next book. I'll see you there.